When I was in college is when I first heard about fertility awareness-based methods, and about 6 months before I was to be married, I learned how to chart a specific method. A few months after we were married, we went on a trip to Guatemala, and while we were there, I was charting out my cycles and noticed that something was bizarre. I was trying to figure out the days that I was fertile and infertile and wasn't able to do so. At that point though, I had no other symptoms, and so I ended up calling my instructor to see if she could guide me. My instructor told me after taking a look at my charts and my cycles that she agreed something odd was occurring, and she referred me to my fertility awareness doctor who was trained in the specific method that I had learned. When I saw my doctor, she took a look at my chart. She agreed with me that that was strange, that I wasn't able to know when I was fertile or infertile, and so she decided to do an exploratory ultrasound to just figure out if there was something that we could be missing. And so when we did the ultrasound, she told me that she found a 6-centimeter tumor on my left ovary. When I heard that information from my doctor, it was very shocking. And I remember entering into her office and just feeling like the world around me was going in fast motion, but I was still stuck in slow motion, almost as if I was in a movie. After the surgery, they did a biopsy of the tumor and found that it was a borderline tumor. A borderline tumor is a tumor that is a slow-growing, non-malignant cancer. And I remember as the surgeon was explaining to me about this, that my husband had asked her what would have happened if we had waited 2 months to find out. And the surgeon replied back to him, honestly, I wouldn't have wanted you to wait another 2 weeks to have this removed. That was 4 years ago, and I'm happy to report that I'm healthy, that all is well. And originally, I was fearful that I wouldn't be able to conceive with one ovary, but we actually were able to have a child 2 years ago, and so we have our little Gigi, and our life is very blessed. Ultimately, it was charting that saved my life. I had no other symptoms, and it was only by charting the natural signs of my cycle that I was clued into there being anything wrong. If I had been using an artificial means of birth control, I may not have found out that I was sick. Since then, I have spoken to many people who have found out about health problems solely through charting. And I'm very passionate about getting the information out there about these methods, so much so that I now teach a fertility awareness-based method myself. Fertility awareness is learning the signs of your body and charting them out to be able to use them to achieve or to avoid pregnancy, and ultimately to know your reproductive health. My hope in sharing my story is to really empower women to not be afraid to learn the natural signs of their bodies and to learn these methods that can truly be beneficial for their lives and for their health.